Welcome back, folks. I normally do my videos from right here, but I figured I'd switch it up a little bit tonight. I always sit in the same spot in the room, so I figured why not switch it up? Because tonight I'm very excited because we are going to open a new train. You ever had a set that you've been looking for some time? It took a little while to find it? Well, that very thing happened to me, and I'm really happy to say that I finally got a hold of the MPC Blue Comet set. We have the engine. We're going to open this tonight and run it around the track. But I also have the full matching set of passenger cars and the add-on diner car. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. I cannot wait to open this engine. All right, now it's time to crack this box open. The MPC Blue Comet debuted in 1978, I think it was. And it's one of those engines from the era that is a little bit more difficult to find. And there's just a couple of unique things about it that really drew me to it. Look at this. Still have documentation, still have the wrapping. Let's pull it out of the packaging here. Wow, look at that. You can see it's in really nice condition. Blue Comet. Two-tone blue, kind of unique for this particular model. You'll see that there's like a lighter blue here and a darker blue up top. That's normal. It has a really, really thick paint. It's a really nice shape though. Here's the bottom. Fantastic. Let's get the tender out. It's so cool looking. It's just so unique. Very similar, I think it's the same tooling as the Southern Crescent set. So tender, a really light plastic tender with those blue Comet colors. Again, the two-tone blue, the gold trim. Awesome. Let's take a look at some of the cars. I'm not going to unbox every single one of these cars on camera. But here is one of the cars. This is the observation car. Oh, I picked kind of a cool one. As you know, these are the Baby Madison plastic passenger cars. So not quite as interesting as, say, the aluminum cars that you saw with my Norfolk and Western 611 MPC set. But historical value. I love vintage trains, as you all know. Yeah, look at that. Look how cool that is. That matching bright blue paint. Not scale size, so that's not what we're looking for here, folks. This is MPC. An era to be celebrated unto its own. All right, let's get the rest of these out and let's put this on the track. As always, I love to compare the size of these MPC Baby Madison cars to their scale counterparts. So here's the observation car that we just unboxed. And right behind it, I'm going to roll in here. This is the MTH scale version of the same passenger car. This one you probably remember from my Blue Comet video. So if you haven't seen that video on the scale Blue Comet, check that one out. We're not going to run the scale Blue Comet tonight. I've already done a video on that one. But just look at the difference, right? Just pretty significant. And like I said before, these were considered premium sets in the 70s. So you can see what a premium set was back in the vintage and premium set from today. As with any new train that you buy, always remember that there's a little bit of maintenance you should do when you first get one. And when you're buying vintage trains, it's no different. So I always make sure I have a little bit of 107 grease, some Lionel smoke fluid, or MTH, or Mega Steam, or whatever you want to use. Then I have, in this case, nice microfiber towel. I picked a blue one because we're doing the Blue Comet. See what I did there? and just do some routine inspection, right? We're gonna just make sure everything is okay, ready to go. You want to keep your stuff running nice. So we're just gonna go and lube all of the little moving parts here. There are some gears, so I have some gear grease I'll use as well. We just want to hit all these parts and make sure that everything gets a little drink. Because what you want your stuff to do is run smooth. Smooth running trains are happy trains. Flip it over, a couple drops of smoke fluid. Not too many, we'll see how it smokes, right? It's been sitting in the box for a little bit, so just gonna do a couple of drops. I'm gonna do maybe 6 to 8 drops to prime it here. Just make sure it's ready to go. And we want to do the same thing to the passenger cars, to the tender. Just check all of our wheels and make sure everything is nice and smooth. I'm not going to do every single passenger car and every single joint and axle, because that would make this video really long and extremely boring. Let's run it. In case you were wondering, yes, it takes forever to stage these trains. I probably spend the majority of my time in these videos putting things on the track than actually making the video itself. It's crazy. The Blue Comet's always held a special place in Lionel's history, from the famous 400E of the pre-war era. So in the 70s, when Lionel released the Blue Comet, it was a pretty noticeable release. It came the year after the Southern Crescent engine and was essentially the same mold minus the boiler front feedwater heater. The Blue Comet has held its value over the years, almost more than any other MPC engine from that era. It is considered less common than the majority of those produced during the MPC era. For tonight's run session, I decided to go ahead and pair up the Blue Comet with some of the other engines from the MPC era, which includes 2 that we've already run, the CNA and the Southern Crescent, but I'm also adding the ATSF 8900. Which is a little bit different for tonight, and that's a new one. So I'll have all 4 of these going for a little bit, and then we'll wrap it up. That was a lot of trains running. As always, a big thank you to all of my subscribers and to anyone who stopped by to this channel, whether you're browsing or whether by accident. So happy to have you here, and thanks for checking it out. I hope you have a great weekend. Looking forward to the next video. We'll catch you next time. My name is Chris, and this is RBP Trains. Take care.